Welcome to MHStv. I'm Maxwell and this is your news for Friday, October 15th, 2021. Parent-teacher conferences will be held next Wednesday on October 20th. Make sure you're signed up with your advisory teacher for a time slot. These conferences can be in person or virtual. Also, don't forget that there's no school for students this day. Yesterday, the Scholastic Writing Club had their third club meeting. They have grown by a few members from their original group and are still looking for more.
I was expecting anywhere from 5 to 50, and so I was actually very thrilled. We had 17 the first week, and this week we actually have grown by a few. There are several purposes of it. Number one, it's for the kids, the students have a safe place to go to work on their writing. That's really the main purpose of it. The second purpose of it is to kind of do some prep work for this competition. And the third, of course, which is also very important, is to get their voices out about their experiences and the topics of which they're writing about.
I joined the Scholastic Writing Club because I have had some issues with communication, and I was a freshman, and even as a sophomore, I stuttered all the time. It was unbearable, and I was silent in all of my classes. So writing kind of became my main form of communication.
So walking the halls of Mishawaka, I was actually inspired on the second floor by Mr. Sargent and the work that his students have done with the scholastic art part of the project.
What I really want to gain from being in this club is a deeper understanding of how to write and the different processes in which one can write.
Don't forget that there are plenty of other clubs and academic teams to join here at MHS. You can still join teams like Spell Bowl, which meet in room 133 with Mrs. Markey. You can also attend Gaming Club, which meets on Mondays after school in room 246. Mishawaka High School Quiz Bowl team is looking for members to join their team. The team meets on Mondays and Thursdays till 4:45. Competitions are usually held on Wednesdays. See Ms. Zeiger in room 267 for more information. If you're interested in trivia or you really like Jeopardy, come join the team. Color Guard tryouts are this upcoming Tuesday and Thursday. Both tryout days will be from 6 to 8 in the old gym. You only need to bring clothes and shoes appropriate for gym activities, as well as yourself. Good luck to those deciding to try out. The MHS Theater has been hard at work preparing for their fall play, Charlotte's Web. The cast and crew have been making fast progress, finishing blocking for Act 1 last week and moving on to blocking Act 2 earlier this week. The show is on November 19th through 20th at 7 p.m. and on the 21st, 2 p.m. Next week, on Thursday, October 21st, the MHS Choir will be having the first concert of the year. The concert will feature not only show choir in their second performance, but concert and treble choir in their first performance since being added to the choir program earlier this year. The concert is at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. Yesterday, the MHS Orchestra had their concert in the auditorium. Tune in next week to hear from some of our musicians. If you missed out, you can watch the concert on Mishawaka Network's YouTube page. The next concert is scheduled for December 7th. Now, for a look at Mishawaka sports.
The girls' soccer team faced Riley in the first round of sectionals last Thursday. They played great and won 8-3. They played St. Joe in the sectional championship last Saturday and lost 10-1, with Franny Parks scoring the only goal for the Cavemen. Last week, the boys' soccer team played in sectionals where the Cavemen beat South Bend Riley 5-2 and moved on. They then took on Adams and lost 7-1. With the losses in sectionals, both the girls and boys' soccer teams have completed their seasons. Great job to the soccer teams this season. Last Saturday, the Caveman cross-country team went to Erskine Golf Course to race in sectionals. Ryan Hoopengarner placed second for the boys and Liam Bauschke placed third. Cornflick got 7th place for the girls and Jill Walbrook got 8th. The boys' team finished 3rd overall and the girls finished 4th overall, which means both teams advanced to regionals. Regionals takes place tomorrow at Oxbow in Elkhart. Good luck to the Caveman cross-country team. We hope you make it to semi-state. Last Wednesday, the Cavemen volleyball team took on Brandywine for their senior night. They struggled early but finished strong, winning 3 games to 1. In the match, sophomore KYLEE CREECH recorded her 1,000th assist. Congratulations to her on this accomplishment. Yesterday, they took on Riley in the first round of sectionals. The winner of that takes on Michigan City at Plymouth starting at 12:30 p.m. The winner of that game will play in the sectional championship later that night at 7 p.m. Last Friday, the Cavemen football team took on WAWASEE on their home field, with senior Justin Fisher scoring in the first half. Senior Owen Walters and junior Bean Smith also scored for the Cavemen, making the final score 42-7. Tonight, the Cavemen football team takes on Northridge at STEELE Stadium for the last game of the season. Tonight will also be senior night for cheerleaders and marching band. Come out and support the last game of the season and our seniors.
Let's start last week. We were on the road at WAWASEE. I wasn't there. You obviously were. What were you most impressed with your offense?
You know, we talked to the kids a lot about handling the games that you should handle. We knew going in that I think we were a little bit better than they were, and kids knew it, the coaches knew it, and we didn't want to let down. In last year's game, we came out of the gates and kind of booted the ball around a little bit, put it on the ground. I was really happy about our execution. Our kids were focused. They were ready to go. They didn't take the opponent lightly, and they came out and played well.
You got a lot of kids in last week, which was nice. You're coming back home for the last home game of the season here, for the regular season at least. Northridge was on the road last year. I wasn't there, but overall the highlights look great. It's a good game for the offense. What are you hoping that your team can come out and do here in front of the home crowd?
I'm hoping that we have a strong showing from our seniors. You know, this is their last guaranteed home game here at STEELE Stadium, so I'm hoping to execute really well offensively and have a good showing for our seniors.
During this week, you're looking at film, you're looking at Northridge. What do you expect from Northridge, both offensively and defensively?
They've got some athletes, and they always have, and they're going to play very, very hard. And you know, we need to match their level of physicality up front. Our offensive linemen have done a great job all season. Our offensive line coaches, Coach Buckman and Coach Calderoni, have really had our kids ready to play when it comes time for it. So we're hoping to match their physicality and get after them early a little bit.
And then, speaking of this being the last home game, you talked a little bit about the seniors and those types of things. What are kind of the emotions for you guys as coaches, but also for those kids out there on the field on Friday night, especially since it will be their last guaranteed home game?
Yeah, it's a somber thing when you know it's coming to an end as a senior, and you know you're about to strap it up for the last time and play on your home field for potentially the last time. So that adds some stress, but I mean, specifically for our quarterback situation, I mean, Justin has been a starter for 3 straight years, and you know, you kind of get choked up when you see kids play for that long, and you see him grow from a boy to a man, and you know that coming to an end kind of gets a little emotional. So, you know, it'll just be a fun atmosphere, and we're really looking forward to it.
Sectional draw was on Sunday, October 10th. Mishawaka will have a bye week to start the sectionals, while South Bend Adams will go against Goshen and Concord will play against LaPorte. The Cavemen will compete against the winner of Concord and LaPorte the following week.
Currently, the Humane Society of St. Joseph County is holding an adoption special for the entire month of October. This is due to the fact that it's National Adopt a Pet Month. This special allows for a purchase of a dog over 1 year old for only $50. With this fee, the dogs are spaded or neutered, receive up-to-date vaccinations, get microchipped, and go through a heartworm test. Same goes for all the shelter animals. If you are interested, you must schedule an appointment ahead of time. Elkhart has received $200 million in Amazon projects. There will be 2 new buildings coming up set to open in 2023 and could create 1,000 new jobs. The 2 projects represent the investment of well over $200 million. The company said employees will be offered an average wage starting at $18 per hour, as well as comprehensive benefits. The Potawatomi Zoo will host a Zoo Boo on October 22nd through the 24th. The event will feature local food vendors, riding the train and the carousel, seeing animals, and of course candy. Admission's $11 for adults over 15, $9 for seniors and children ages of 3 to 14, and free for kids that are under 2. Tickets are available online, but also can be bought at the door. Four Wind Fields is having their 4th annual Stew and Swoops Cups and Goblins, and limited to 8,000 people. Tickets can be bought at South Bend Police Department and Cubs Den Team Store. Tickets won't be sold on the day of the event, but it will take place on October 25th from 5 to 7:30.
And now for a look at our Football Friday forecast. If you are planning to go to the game tonight, be prepared for a chance of rain. The high today is 65 with a 50% chance of rain. The low for tonight is around 48 degrees, so dress warm and cheer on the team. That is all your news for today. Have a great weekend, Cavemen.